All right, part two of this video will make you hungry. So this is if you haven't watched part one, watch part one first. But this is a McCall's 1974 recipe. Each one of these has a photo with a recipe in back, and this is how we ate here in the United States 50 years ago, 2 years before I was actually born. So let's keep going. We just did budget stretchers. Now we're going to do the Old South, and I'm scared. So shout out to you folks that are from the South. I've probably never had any of these. What's an ambrosia bowl? Baked country ham. Yeah, I've had that. Baked stuffed red snapper. Interesting. Battered fried chicken. Wow, that looks real healthy. Black bottom pie. That's racial, man. Brunswick stew. I've heard of Brunswick bowling, but not. I didn't know they made a stew. Candied sweet potatoes. Well, this stuff's gonna give me a heart attack. Charlotte russe. Cheese spoon bread. Wow. Coconut cake. Oh, I didn't know that came from the South. Coconut pie. Crab imperial. Never in my life have I had that. Damson plum tarts. Very cool. Never had that. Date nut tort. Looks good. Diplomat cake. Frozen brandy mousse. Lime chiffon pie. I've had key lime pie, but never lime chiffon pie. I don't know if that exists somewhere. Peanut corn chowder. That looks disgusting. That looks like you drank too much and you had corn. Plantation gingerbread. Well, that sounds pretty racist. Sherry jelly. All right, they were down with the alcohol 50 years ago. They put it pretty much in every recipe. Southern chess pie. Never had that in my life. That's interesting. Sweet potato pone. What is that? What's a sweet potato pone, and why does it look like Virginia Sally Loon? And Washington cake. All right. I had no idea there was Washington cake, but that's what Washington cake looks like. That was pretty cool. All right. So that was the Jays, which was a shout out to Old South. Now we're going to get down with the holidays. All right. This will be interesting. This is how we used to eat during the holidays 50 years ago, 2 years before I was born. What is that? Apple cranberry salad. All right. That looks disgusting, but I've never had it, but probably tastes good. White fruitcake. All right. Candied orange peel. I think I've had those when I was little. Christmas cake cookies. Christmas popcorn balls. Never had that. That looks cool. Christmas pork roast or roast pork. Cornbread oyster dressing. Interesting. What's a Dundee cake? That's cool. Dutch tile cookies. Those look delicious. Easy Christmas cherry cake. Kifley. Lucy's walnut caramels. Interesting. Shout out to Lucy. That's German. Marzipan crescents. Those are really good if you've never had them. Mustard and fruit glazed ham. Very cool. Little twisted limes on there. Old English eggnog. Kind of liquor they used back then. Let's check it out. Just light rum. Oh, and a pint of cognac. Jeez. You get hammered, man. I could see a little old brandy, but a whole pint of cognac, man, that's like half alcohol. But that's what they used to do, right? In 74, smoke and drink and smoke and drink. Old-fashioned fudge. Old-fashioned roast turkey. That looks perfectly cooked. Pumpkin cream cheese pie. Savory Edam cheese. All right. Shortbread stars. I think they still make those now. Spiced round of beef. Delicious. And tropical fruit cake. All right. Well, shout out to the holidays 50 years ago. Let's see, what's next? I'm scared. HIJK. All right, low calorie dishes. This is going to be brutal. All right, so this is how you would trim your waistline 50 years ago. Apricot pineapple frappe, beef borscht with sour cream, braised chicken and vegetables, okay, braised Swiss steak, chef salad bowl. Why did they slice it like that? Weird. Chicken piccata, yummy. Cottage cheese and tomatoes. Now, I remember seeing this growing up, or the cottage cheese and the that was on the local menu. It was cottage cheese inside of cantaloupe. That sounds disgusting. Crab salad. Man, how's that going to be low cal? You know, there's some mayonnaise in there. Curry glazed filet of sole. Double strawberry dessert. Okay. Grapefruit orange ice. Yummy. Lamb chop casserole. I have no idea how that's low calorie, but I guess it is, or it was considered. Lasagna. How is that low cal? Lasagna is not low cal. Lime and melon mold. Oh, yeah. You know there's going to be some gelatin. That's cool. Low cal sponge cake. Marinated vegetable salad. Okay. Molded shrimp salad. Ooh, gross. That's freaking nasty. They liked their molds back then. Peaches with yogurt. Yeah, that's low cal. But not a canned peach. It's like sugar. Pineapple mint frap. Pineapple orange dessert mold. They really loved their molds back in the day and their gelatin. Raspberry dessert soup. Super salad bowl. Looks like a bunch of canned. That's all like canned stuff. Tomato bouillon. And veal stew Lafayette. Very cool. All right, well, that's how you kept the calories low back in the day. All right, now we're going to go to county fairs. So this is how they used to eat at county fairs 50 years ago. So it's kind of like a farmer's market, but they called them county fairs back in the day. All right, amber citrus marmalade, angel food cake, apple walnut drop cookies. Those are great. Brethren's cheese bread. Never in my life have I had that. Buttermilk biscuits. Absolutely. Caramel walnut bars. Oh, I guess all these like got first prize. Caramel walnut cake. Chocolate macaroons. Coconut chocolate cake. Date nut bread. Dutch apple pie. Fresh blueberry pie. Frosted molasses bars. Never had that. Glazed potato donuts. Mashed potato spice cake. That looks gross. Oatmeal praline cake. Old-fashioned iced pickles. All right. Rum toff rum pot. You know that's just pure alcohol with some canned fruit. Spice grape jelly. Probably alcohol in that too. Spiced peaches. Probably alcohol in that too. Streusel layered coffee cake. Shout out to the Germans. Tarragon wine jelly. That looks interesting. Watermelon pickle. Oh, cool. I've never had that. That looks really neat. And a zucchini pickle. Nope, we don't eat that anymore, but someone probably still does. Probably got to go to like one of those weird stores to get that, or you just have to make it at home. That's why we have these recipes. All right, children's favorite. So this is how you kids ate 50 years ago. Of course, your banana split. Well, duh. Carousel birthday cake. That looks absolutely cool. Chocolate cupcake faces. Crunch peanut balls. Yup. Egg salad and bologna rolls. No. Try and feed that to your kid today. He'll throw it at you. Flower pot sundaes. Very cool. Frosted button cookies. Fruit salad sandwiches. Good luck feeding your kid that nowadays. Golden refresher. Ho-ho chocolate pudding. Hot dogs on a stick. Yeah, that's a corn dog. Hot tuna and egg bun. What kid is going to eat that? That's so gross. Hot tuna. Hey, kid, you want some hot tuna and some egg buns? Oh, nasty. Poor kids back then. I didn't eat that, that's for sure. Jelly beans, circus cake, very cool. Lollipops, marshmallow ice cream cones, mulled cider, peanut butter cake, looks delicious. Peanut butter sandwich cookies. And there's Nutter Butter. Peanut butter shortcake. Picnic on a stick. Dude, there's no way your kid's eating that. No way. I've never seen that in my life. Look at that. That's freaking gross. Quick pizza as opposed to a frozen pizza. Sloppy Joe casserole. Strawberry parfaits and taffy apples. Yep. All right. Very interesting children's favorites from 15 years ago. All right. This is contemporary cooking. So this is how you threw down contemporary style 50 years ago. Chocolate fondue. There's restaurants that specialize in that. Chocolate sundae pie. Flan steak stroganoff. Frozen chocolate dessert. Ham and bananas hollandaise. That's so gross. Why would you wrap a banana? Oh, look at those bananas, man. They're all like burnt. Oh, that's nasty. Hawaiian baked bean casserole. Hearty green soup. Jewel fruit tort. Lamb and white bean casserole. Lamb curry with fruit. Ew. Why would you put fruit in your curry? Ugh. Meatballs and mushroom sauce. Moussaka in a hurry. Shout out to the Greeks. Neapolitan ice cream cake. 1, 2, 3 souffle. Poached sole with shrimp sauce. Interesting. Quick cassolette. Quick fruit sherbets. Raspberry cream parfait. Ravioli meatballs. Shrimp oriental. Skillet corned beef dinner. Oh, that looks gross. Strawberry fancy shortcake and veal goulash. That looks good. All right. Next is do ahead dishes. So this you have to prepare in advance. Appetizing potato salad, autumn fruit salad mold. Man, they loved the gelatin 50 years ago. Baked ham and cheese loaf. Dude, are those slices of cheese in a meatloaf made of ham? Interesting. Beef with peppers and eggplant. Biscuit, tortini mold. Tortoni mold? Dude, that looks like mold. Breast of chicken paprika. Chicken cacciatore. Chicken and white wine. Chicken salsalito. Chocolate mousse icebox cake. Coffee jelly. Interesting. English toffee ice cream pie. Frozen lemon cream. Heavenly rice pudding. What is on top there? Oh, I thought they were throwing bacon on there. Lamb shank and bean casserole. They like to put the beans in the casseroles back in the day. Ossobuco. Pickled trout. Yum, yum. At least they cut the head off on that picture. Pineapple icebox dessert. That looks interesting. Sauerbraten. Never had that in my life. Sliced chicken and pork. Swedish cold salmon. Okay. Swedish meatballs. Shout out to the Bjork. Veal chops and mushrooms. Veal kidneys Monticello. Oh. That's nasty. Like, where do you? I don't even. Ugh, where do you even get kidneys from a baby cow? It's not even born yet. Oh. All right, next is memorable summer meals. All right, so this is how they used to throw down 50 years ago during the summer. Aioli summer feast, breast chicken argentule. They loved their radishes back then. Cold roast meatloaf. All right, I'm assuming these are all be like cold dishes. Yep, because it's hot and no one had air conditioning 50 years ago. So we all, what is that? Fiesta salad, fresh fruit kuchen, fresh pineapple Dorado Beach. Okay. Frozen tomato frappe. Wait, that's tomato and it's frozen? Cool. Fruit with blue cheese dressing. Blue cheese on fruit? Ew. Fruits of summer shortcake. Dude, why you gotta throw blue cheese on fruit? Haitian rice ring. All right. Macaroni salad. Yep. Old fashioned shortcake. Pineapple peach melba. That looks good. Potato salad. Yep, we still eat that now. Prune stuffed roast pork. Ew. Why is it got like a gelatin coating on it? That's freaking gross. Why would you put prunes inside your pork too? Man, and you know that's cold too, right? You don't eat that hot. You eat that cold. Oh, that's freaking disgusting. Salad. I can't even say it. Salmon steaks with tarragon. Senegalese soup. Okay. Shrimp Louise. Never had that in my life. Tongue in aspic. What is? So that's just like one big old beef tongue sliced up. All right. Never had that in my life. Trout and wine leaves. That looks absolutely burnt. Veal roulade and a watermelon basket. That's cool. Look, I don't know, that's some cutting skills there. Wow. Very, very cool. All right. Well, those are memorable summer meals from 50 years ago. All right. What are we going to do next? Oh no, I'm scared. Creole country. Here we go. Apricot, apple tart, bread pudding and brandy sauce, caramel custard mold, chicken Basin Street, chicken Creole. Man, they like to put olives on stuff back in the day just for no reason. Chicken gumbo, that looks delicious. Chocolate whip, nice. Cookie shell sundaes, oh, that's cool. Crab meat and mushroom bisque, Creole donuts, Creole red snapper, Dalby Creole, deep fried frog legs. Yeah. Guys, ever had frog legs in your life? I have. Tastes like chicken. Jambalaya, New Orleans cream cheese, okra and tomato salad, Pain Perdue. Looks like a French toast. Pecan pralines. Wow. That'll get you diabetes gone. Pecan tort. Paroque. Shrimp and crab soup. Shrimp mull. Stuffed eggplant Creole. And sweet potato pecan casserole. Casserole. That wasn't that bad. So that was the R's. All right, now we're going to go Midwest. So shout out to the Midwest. This is how you guys ate 50 years ago. Apple dumplings. Apple mince tarts. Baked lima beans. Gross. Baked stuffed pork chops. Cherry Betty. What is that on top of there? Chocolate chiffon cake. Chocolate cream pie. Cream of fresh tomato soup. Crown roast of spare ribs. Wow, that is fancy. Frosted apple squares. That looks really good. Frozen fruit salad. Yuck. Hazelnut brittle as opposed to peanut brittle. Homemade strawberry ice cream. Very cool. Lemon meringue pie. That's awesome. Macaroni super casserole. Oh, that's nasty. Old fashioned nut cake. Our favorite baked beans. Perfection salad. Oh, that looks rough. Roast stuffed pheasant. Never had that in my life. Spicy pumpkin pudding. Dude, it looks like a mountain character. Tomato marmalade. Very cool. Tomato soup spice cake. No, thank you. And venison pot roast. Dude, that looks so overcooked. Oh boy, they didn't want. Got to kill all the worms, I guess, back in the day. Jeez. All right, next is cooking with wine. All right, apricot sherry jelly, beef burgundy, beef slices and wine, chicken breast and cream, chicken livers and white wine. Guys eat chicken livers still? I don't. Chicken with green grapes. I've never seen green grapes on chicken before. Interesting. English trifle. Fillets of sole in white wine. Fish stew in white wine. 5 flavored beef. Cooked to darkness. Jeez. Grilled lamb with mint. Dude, there's no red on any of these meats. I guess like everything was well done. Look at this loin of... Dude, there's no red on that. Oxtail ragout. Parsley glazed ham. Pampano and papalote. Interesting. Port wine cake. Interesting. Never had that in my life. Port wine festival jelly. All right, you make jelly out of port wine. Roast marinated leg of lamb. Again, overcooked. Come on, you gotta let me know in the comments. Did you guys really overcook your stuff back then? It's probably why you didn't have any teeth later in life. You used up all your enamel chewing the frickin' overcooked meat. At least this has some red to it. Steak with marrow sauce and turkey breast marsala. All right, that wasn't so bad. So that was cooking with wine, and now we're gonna do cooking with herbs. All right, I remember this one, and artichokes and tarragon butter. So yeah, they used to eat the whole artichoke like that. I don't think anyone does that anymore. Basil and bean soup, chicken with fresh vegetables, chicken with herb sauce, dilled cucumbers. That could go well. Dilled open seafood sandwich. Ooh. Feta cheese pie, yucky. Filet of sole, tarragon, fresh salmon cucumber salad. Grilled bass with herbs. Or Parmesan bread, never had that. Lamb chops with herbs. Lamb pie with dill, never had that in my life. Would like to try it. Marinara sauce, shouldn't that be in the Italian section in part 1 of the video? Omelette au fine herbs. Petite marmite. Roast chickens on a spit. Roast pork with herbs. Rosemary glazed onions. Scallops and fresh tomato sauce. Sirloin steak with herbs. Wow, that is undercooked. Spring lamb stew. Veal and ham rolls. And zucchini with fresh herbs. Wow, the zucchini looked different back then. I'm sure you older folks too, like when you go to the grocery store, is it me or is like everything like super huge? Like I could have sworn I grabbed a lemon the other day and it was like bigger than the orange or bigger than a grapefruit. All right. This is the worldwide melody. Amaretti. Babka. Yep. Beef stroganoff. Belgian beef stew. Bulgogi. That's Korean. Cheese blintzes. I didn't know bulgogi existed. They call it bulgogi though. That was bulgogi. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. Chicken Kiev. Yep, we still eat that. Chicken with toasted almonds. I'm assuming this is Japanese because that picture doesn't get any more Japanese than that, but pretty sure Japanese don't put mushrooms in there like that, especially those cheap mushrooms from a can. Duck Vindaloo. Lamb karma. You get good karma when you eat this lamb karma. Dude, they're serving it in a copper pot. Man, that's cool. Linzer Tort, Lobster Cantonese, Loin of Veal Pizeknuk. I don't know what that is, but that looks cool. Mahari Chicken Curry. Man, this is all over the place. Shrimp Toast. That's Thai. You ever have shrimp toast? If you go to a Thai restaurant and they have it, you got to try it. It's super cool. Snails and garlic butter. That's shout out to the French. Slovakia Greek hero. All right. Steak tartare. That is raw steak, and that with a raw egg and an anchovy. Barf. Stuffed grape leaves. Swedish pot roast. That looks really dry. Welsh caraway seed cake. All right, cool. Welsh leek salad. Never had that in my life. West African couscous. That looks good. And whole wheat soda bread. All right. Forgot about the soda bread. All right, we're getting down and dirty here. So that was the Worldwide Melody. And now we're going to go Pacific Coast. All right, so shout out to California and Alaska, I guess, here. So Alaskan crab cakes, baked apple charlotte, barbecue lamb riblets, Caesar salad bowl, California salad bowl, chicken Polynesian. Do you guys eat this in California still? Chicken Sarabaha, chicken Waikiki Beach. Oh, this is like some Hawaiian stuff in here too. Fresh spinach salad, frozen pineapple tarts, gazpacho salad mole. So gross. Love the gelatins back then. Green Gata salad, Hawaiian stuffed spare ribs. That looks delicious. Hawaiian tort, leg of lamb on a spit, lemon coconut cream cake, marinated celery hearts. Never in my life have I tried that. Oranges Oriental, Pacific Coast spring salad, pineapple salad surprise. What's the surprise? Oh, there's like fish in there. It's like, surprise, we put some fish in here. Poached salmon with egg sauce. Dude, that looks so overcooked. Portuguese bean soup. Sweet and pungent turkey. Wonton shrimp. And white wine casserole. All right, well, that wasn't that bad. So shout out to the Pacific Coast. Oh, now we're going to get into the party casseroles and we're going to be done. And this is probably going to be interesting. All right, so I don't eat a lot of casseroles in my life, but maybe you guys still do this. So baked ziti casserole, that looks good. Beef Creole with potato puffs, very cool. Beef rolls, Bleecker Street. Cheddar paella, cheese and rice casserole, chicken and shrimp casserole, chicken tetrazzini, chili and enchiladas, yummy. I can't even say the first part, but it's some sort of casserole. Looks like pork. Classic crab casserole, deviled crab and scallops, Gettysburg veal casserole. That looks cool. John Wayne's cheese casserole. Shout out to John Wayne. Lamb and vegetable casserole. I guess John Wayne was a big celebrity back in 74, obviously. Lamb rougeau. Lobster artichoke casseroles. Wow, very cool. Newport beef casserole. Party ham. Pineapple braised chicken. Saturday night casserole. All right, we got to know what's in the Saturday night. Swiss cheese. Worcester sauce, paprika. Where's the actual meat? Wow, there's no meat in this. You guys see the meat? Nope, I don't see any meat. Seafood mini casseroles, shrimp casseroles, Chinatown. And the shrimp souffle or shrimp supreme casserole. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys watching this. Let me know in the comments if you've eaten or have eaten any of these foods. Super cool. Very cool book. Again, I paid $1 for this thing. It's from 1974. It's the McCall's recipe on all these cards. Shout out to 50 years ago. We really loved our gelatin. Again, I wasn't alive, but you guys loved your alcohol. You loved your cigarettes. And you loved your gelatin because there's a lot of stuff that's like in molds. Some very interesting recipes. So appreciate you guys watching. Again, let me know in the comments if you still make any of these and if there's any suggestions that I've shown you that I should try myself. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a great one.